Reverend Colonel here. Today we're going to do a shower pan. We've already taken out this tub and now we are going to put together these drain pieces right there. Got to cut that off. We're going to use elbows and a straight piece, and then those are going to fit on top of this drain or under this drain, and that will give us our drain. Alright, so we've got everything connected here, got our drain glued on there. This part right here is adjustable for your tile after you get your mud pan in, and that's it on the drain. Pretty easy peasy. Put the sand back in there, and now these 2x4s here, these here anyway, the other ones can stay, but those two need to come. Those were what the tub rested on. And then we're going to put 2x6 along the bottom here for the rubber shower pan liner. So we got the 2x6 down there, and we made a little niche for shampoo bottles and stuff. And now we nailed down the bottom plate using a ramset gun. We put the first one in there, and then we'll put two more that will nail on top of that to make our curb. Alright, made a little niche right here for shampoo bottles and stuff. Some blocking there for handrail, and we got all our other stuff in. Just put some concrete in here. It's just about set to fill in that drain area so we don't have a hole to step in. And I pulled that off because when we put the liner in here, we'll just cut like a little cross like that, and then we'll fold the pieces down in there instead of cutting a hole around it, so that way it doesn't drain. And outside of it, everything will drain in case anything were to leak through the tile. And now we're ready to put in the liner. Alright, and so we got the PVC membrane down, corners tucked in. That'll be overlapped by the Durock. Wrap around the curb. You don't have to do that, but I like to do it because it protects that wood. And I got my drain sealed right there. And I always unscrew this and then tape over it, and so when I do my mud pan, I don't get any of the concrete mortar inside of these threads. You don't want that because this is adjustable for your tile height. Whenever you're putting your Durock on, you always want to start at the bottom, and you want to go as far down as you can without puncturing your liner. Get your corners in there really good and nice and tight, and start at the bottom, work your way up with horizontal joints. That means less joints. I've seen a lot of guys do vertical joints, and the less joints you have down at the bottom here, the better off you are. And if you have vertical joints, you can have joint there, maybe a joint there, and you already got corners and all that, which all gets taped and sealed, but nonetheless, it's better just to have, you're going to have that bottom anyway, but that's covered by your PVC pan, which is going to come up, so that joint really doesn't make much difference. But if you have horizontal, or vertical joints here, then that means that much more places where it potentially could leak. So it's always better to do vertical joints. Go sideways with your pieces. They're 5 foot anyway, and this is 5 foot, so they fit in real nice. The bottom one I did at the trim some, because things aren't always square. Got my niche cut out there, and then I'll frame around that niche some more. Then we've got to do this side and this side here where we got some holes we got to cut using a hole saw, and then we'll wrap the curb last, and then we are ready to do the mud pan. Next stage is you got to put this tape on here. This is a mesh tape, and it just sticks right on, and it's self-adhesive, and you just cut it with a knife and just get all your joints covered. Alright, after you got all your tape in, your next step is to put on this red guard. It is thick, like pudding. And you just want to spread it on there good. And your main thing is you want to make sure all those holes get filled on the tape. And then you'll take a roller and roll the other parts. Once you got everything cut in, and you just get out your roller and you start rolling. That's the easy part. And there you go. Got all the red guard on there. Wear gloves, recommend, definitely, and wear a mask. My gosh, please wear a mask with this stuff. I had a KN95 on and it was still strong. A respirator may be better in tight places like this because it'll get you. You'll be high as a Georgia pine. But there you go. All watertight now. Now I just got to put the mud pan in. So I used a combination of my measuring stick and level, and you want to pay about a 1/4 inch fall, just like most concrete applications. But since our drain is not in the center, okay, we want to have a little bit of fall going to this direction, but we don't want the end to be the same height as the drain. So we left that, about a little more than a 1/4 inch higher than the drain there. But we have fall bringing everything there. And then in the center, we will do fall towards there too. So that way everything will fall in towards the bottom there. And then we'll have nice drain. We won't have any pooling. And we're not going to have a swimming pool at one end of this thing. So that's going to be higher than the drain, as well as all of the sides where I have marked it, with the thickest side being the furthest area away. So we're about 1.25 inches there, and we're about 2 3/4 over here at this end. All right, and there you have it. Got the thin set on there, the mud. Got it draining this way, and this way, and this way, all different directions. And we are now ready for tile. There you have it, folks. And little niche for the shampoo bottles. Alright, so project turned out pretty good. Everything looks real good. It's all ready for tile and stuff. And so, don't be afraid to try it. I mean, if that's something you really want to do in your home, you want to change and have a walk-in shower instead of a tub. If you need to do it for somebody that needs that, it's not that hard. Just follow the steps that I gave out and take your time with it, and you can do it. If you're handy at all, you can do it. So kind of reminds me of something that I really did not want to do, and then I just felt like God was telling me that no, you need to do this. And after I did it, I was very surprised and very happy how well things turned out. And actually it started a new friendship, and it also gave some blessings to me in numerous different ways. And God works in some mysterious ways. He wants us to get out of our comfort zone. most of the time, because when you get out of your comfort zone, then it's at those times like that that you actually see God's hand at work. So, otherwise, if you don't get out of your comfort zone, probably it's you. It's mostly you that's doing it. And, maybe God gave you the talents and stuff to do it. And, I'm not saying it's all just you all the time if you're, following the Lord. But most often when God is going to work in some great ways, He is going to pull you out of your comfort zone to do that. Because then He is the one that's glorified and not you. So, everybody, just stay safe out there. It's a crazy world. And, keep your souls clean and your boots dirty. This is the way. Reverend Colonel signing out.